Well, I said that night at the debate in New York that there was no point in having this debate unless we had it frankly. And I think that the post-debate discussion in which Sam and Majid first awkwardly met was a further example of that. Now, look, there are some people who say you've got to tiptoe around it all and so on, but actually, turns out that Sam, putting his opinion out there at its frankest, wasn't very pleasant for Majid on that occasion, but led to this dialogue. And it's an example of how you move forward in this. I mean, it's certainly better to say what you think than to hide it or to cover it over. If Sam had kept his opinions to himself that evening, we wouldn't be here now, and they wouldn't have had the dialogue they've had. If he'd have fibbed or covered his opinions over a bit, then the dialogue would never have started. I mean, I think this is an example of the fact that if you do have the dialogue at its frankest and most straightforward and sometimes confrontational, then it's the beginning of something. I've had a lot of experiences debating with Muslims who they've said things to me, I've said things to them, and we've gone away and thought about it. And I mean, at the very least, that's got to be something, hasn't it? I mean, we may not, between us, be able to solve the issue of what you do about what Muhammad started off, 1.5 millennia ago. But we can do something about how we interact with each other today, and what some very basic parameters and guidelines might be.